Hey, Gracepoint, happy anniversary! Hey, I hope that you've had a chance to watch some of these videos that have been on social media and stuff today.
Happy anniversary, Gracepoint! Well, hey, today marks 1 year since we officially launched as a church.
Happy anniversary, Gracepoint!
We came to Gracepoint about 8 months ago. Layla had gone to the winning inning. Hearing about it through a co-worker of Tammy. We didn't even know Gracepoint existed. Talking with Jim and just introducing ourselves, and he had just said, you know, how are you on churches? And we had talked about how we were kind of in between churches and giving some churches a try, and he just said, I'd love for you to come try us. And if it's not right, then I'll help you find a church. So we went that Sunday and loved it instantly.
At that first service, we knew that this was our church.
I've had the pleasure of interning with Gracepoint the last 5 months. I'm here at Medicine Crow Middle School, where we used to meet before COVID-19, and I am so excited to be able to get to meet here with you all again. And I've had the pleasure of meeting some of you over the last 5 months.
This was the period of time that really God was working in my heart and my family to full-time ministry. And by mid-August, I was announced as the associate pastor here at Gracepoint. And man, I feel so blessed that I can be your pastor. And I'm so thankful for this. I've seen people come to know the Lord and see people's lives change just through coming back to the Lord. Baptisms, life groups coming together of just people that didn't know each other now becoming like family together.
Since being at Gracepoint, the one thing that I enjoyed the most was doing church in the park and just really focusing on reaching out to the community. And I feel like that's really Gracepoint's vision, is to just meet people where they're at.
I am happy to be celebrating the first year of Gracepoint. I've been coming to the church for about 10 months, and it's been a very positive experience. I wanted to speak to you about small groups. I have really enjoyed it, the camaraderie, visiting with people, learning other people's viewpoints about the Lord, and just the communication and the relationships. It's really important. God made us to be people to connect, and sometimes I think that's the thing I appreciate the most, is we're growing, but we're still staying connected.
We got involved in a life group, and starting out, everybody was strangers, literally. And then in less than a year now, it feels like family, which really only I think God could do.
We dove in, and soon enough we started small groups, and we offered to host a small group, and that has just been such a blessing. Those folks that have come into our small group and come into our home on Sundays, we couldn't be more thankful for those guys.
I'm here at the Gracepoint office. We have these awesome shelves full of food for this new ministry that we have called Hope Shows Up. Hope Shows Up is really impactful for my life, because I used to be the kid that was waiting on a weekly basis for this box full of food. And it's so cool that I myself get to shine the light of Jesus through delivering this box to the community of Billings, to those families that are in need. And you know what's even cooler than that is I've been to Gracepoint 1 week, and I'm still involved in this ministry.
We do a lot of things here at Gracepoint in the community, and I was just sharing with Pastor Jim Truckle that you pray for it to grow and be big, but you don't want it to get so big that you lose this family. So my prayer this next year, as we go into year 2, is that we are going to stay connected, that we are going to find our place, and that we're going to be very blessed.
In this year, we have seen God do so many great things. We've seen over 40 decisions for Jesus Christ this year, baptisms, baby dedications, new lives. It's just been so incredible.
And last year, Gracepoint had a block party here. We got a little flyer on our door and decided to come on down. And they were grilling up hamburgers and hot dogs, and there were bouncy houses for the kids, and just a lot of people loving on the neighborhood, and we really enjoyed it. So we decided to make Gracepoint our church.
As we had been praying about where to find our church family here, we hadn't been in town very long. And so after the block party, we ended up going to a few services and just really felt pretty clearly, go ahead and jump on in here.
Last July, we couldn't meet at the school. There was a change that had to happen where we had to just be out of the school for 1 weekend. We understand what change is like, especially during this season. But that presented an opportunity to meet in this park right here and just be able to worship God and share the gospel within our community, very close to the school.
One of the things that I've really enjoyed about Gracepoint is just how intentional and passionate our church staff is about reaching people with the gospel and just helping others in our community. That's just been one of the best parts about being a part of this church family.
It's just been cool to see how God is at work in ourselves, in our family, and just in our very close surroundings. We didn't have to go very far to find what He's doing here.
We are so grateful that Gracepoint put on Financial Peace University in this office. We have seen so much change in our lives that we cannot explain since we took this class, just through God's grace in our lives. We have actually been able to pay off $13,000 in debt since we started taking this class, which is honestly mind-blowing and just so convicting. We have started tithing for the first time ever. We've never been able to do that, but we took that leap of faith, and God has truly blessed us through that. So we wanted to say thank you.
Layla's been baptized this year, so woo!
Yeah.
That was super awesome.
It has exceeded any of our expectations. God has shown up in a tremendous way.
We get to take part in the night of marriage here at the Gracepoint office, and we really enjoyed it. One of the big takeaways was in communication, timing, and just how to work through situations and that situational awareness. And I think that's really helped us grow in our communication.
I enjoyed the night of marriage because it was fun to visit with other couples that we wouldn't normally visit with on Sundays, and I really enjoyed a night away from the kiddos to really focus on our marriage and our relationship together. And I felt like there was so much love and intentionality that was put into the evening to make it so special for us to come and just be and relax and not have to worry about anything. So.
And I'm so excited to see what God has in store for year 2.
And we're really excited for year 2.
I'm so looking forward to year 2. God has done so much in the first year, and I know 2020 has been crazy already, but we know that God is on the move, and we cannot wait to see what He does.
So I look forward to sharing year number 2 with you all, and God's going to bless us, and He's going to do great things.
I'm excited for year 2. What about you guys?
Ready for year 2
at Gracepoint.
We are really excited to see what God has in store for year 2 at Gracepoint.
We're just really excited for what's to come, the future of Gracepoint.
Second year.
Woo!
So I am so excited for what year 2 at Gracepoint is going to look like.
Together. Year 2, Gracepoint, let's do it together. Gracepoint Church. Anniversary. Anniversary.